number 6, and my final piece of advice to you to consider before starting dreads, is patience. I'm about 2.5 months in now. My hair is definitely far from mature dread. Like I said in the last video, when I undid the knots and tugged on the 2 separate ends of the twist, it was solid, like it didn't just come apart very easily. There's some that feel that they are a bit farther along, which is probably areas where there's like more friction, maybe where like I'm laying down and it's like coming into contact with like the pillow or the back of the couch or something. But for the most part, they've still got quite a ways to go. Fortunately, I was prepared for this because a year ago when I tried to start dreads on the bottom half of my hair, I only left them in for 3 months and it seemed like nothing was really happening. I got discouraged and just brushed them all out. Fortunately, I did keep this very bottom row in, and now, as you can see, they've fully matured. So if you do happen to have the same hair type I have, don't be discouraged just because it's taking a while. I've talked to quite a few other people who've said that it could take up to 1.5 years for them to fully mature. So you really do have to be patient. You're in this for the long haul, especially if you're not starting out with some sort of instant dreads like backcombing or something, and you want to start a more natural route like with twists like I'm doing, or neglect. That first year is gonna be a little bit more chaotic, and then as they mature, they'll start to hopefully look a little bit neater. So if you have a big photo op coming up soon, maybe better hold off. But other than that, just be mentally prepared that it's gonna take some patience. The nice part about doing it this way versus a more instant method is you really get to feel as the texture changes and develops over time, which is really interesting. The ones that I have now that have matured have all taken on a completely unique shape, and it's so nice to just like run my fingers along them and feel the way that they've developed. There's one of those things you probably won't really get until you experience yourself, but it is a really nice feeling. And if you start with instant dreads, you know, you've got them in a matter of hours. You don't get to experience that whole development process. And if you're backcombing, I'm guessing they tend to be pretty much like even straight, you know, like there's no sort of like dips and turns in them, which I think is really nice. So